Hi, am I on the air?
Yep.
Fuck.
Thanks.
Do I have everybody's attention now? Do I have everybody's attention now?
Don, I got you.
Do I have everybody's
Sunday
attention
night.
now?
You put them cameras on me, then you must be willing to get that heart touch. This a must-see feeling. The news ain't good, then it must be villain. So I say a tag grounded, I don't trust these ceilings. Spread across your nose, and I'm on your ear. Highest necks on the cloud, hammer in the air. Sunday nights, prime time. I flex mine better. Voltron transform to DX Don. Mega and off scene. You probably think I'm nice, cause I slow like a stream to your wireless device. And the smoke full of steam on any given night. How short like a piece of any given slice. And for the latest and what is best about, I tune in and tune the rest out. Don, you gotta tell them, am I in the clear? Is this thing on? Am I on the air? On the air?
Hi, am I on the air?
Well, hello there. Welcome to the show, everybody. It is Am I on the Air? I am your host, Don Mega. Woo! It's a new week. It's time to get you caught up to speed in the latest and greatest in entertainment news. We're broadcasting live here from the Red Dragons radio studios. It is Monday, February the 11th. Tonight, it's season 18, episode 4, and tonight's show is titled Stuck Inside Your Head. That's right. Because there's a little ditty song called Stuck Inside Your Head. The catchy song. It's from Lego Movie 2, which we're going to review here tonight. And when you hear that song, it will get stuck inside your head. It has not left my head since Saturday at the movie theaters. Over and over and over again. But that's just one of the movies we're going to be reviewing. We're going to be reviewing Lego Movie 2, the second part. We're going to be reviewing Liam Neeson's new movie, Cold Pursuit. Two big new releases. And, of course, getting you caught up to speed in all the news that's going down in television, movies, reviews, the whole nine. That's what we do here on Am I on the Air? So, without further ado, let's get into our movie reviews, okay? I'm going to start off with Cold Pursuit. So, Cold Pursuit is the new Liam Neeson movie, right? And it's a funny one, because that trailer dropped, and I remember us all just laughing and saying, man, he's a snowplow driver, and it's like a Taken movie, and, you know, like, come on, Liam, like, this is really what we're down to, right? You got your plane, trains, and automobiles trilogy going on, and now you want to add in being a snowplow driver. You know, we had the commuter on the train, we had nonstop on a plane, you know, Taken with a lot of cars. Now he's a snowplow driver. But you know what? I love a cheesy, silly action movie, and Liam Neeson knows how to deliver that, right? So I was down to see it. And then, a couple days before I saw it, I started seeing some early reviews. And this thing was sitting at like 90% on Rotten Tomatoes. And I was like, really? Like, wow, a Liam Neeson movie getting that much praise? Like, for a silly little action movie like this? So I went into it on Friday night, kind of not sure what I was going to get. And I have to say, it was a damn pleasant surprise. It was a pleasant surprise. Now, you go into this movie, if you've seen the trailer, the premise is pretty simple. It's pretty typical Liam Neeson, right? He's a hardworking snowplow driver. His son is a good boy, but his son ends up dead. And the coroner's office is saying it's a heroin overdose. And Liam's like, nope, my son was no druggie. So who did this? Who set him up? Who killed him? And I'm going to go seek revenge. That's the premise in a nutshell. And the movie is kind of what you expect, but the way it plays out is not what you expect. And it's going to be very hard for me to kind of tiptoe around it because I do want to be non-spoiler here. But all I can say is that it is a pleasant surprise. And if you are somebody that was maybe not interested in this movie because you thought it was just another by-the-numbers Liam Neeson action film, check it out. If you even remotely like the trailer, check it out. The best way I can kind of describe it is it's almost like a Coen Brothers movie, right? It's like they kind of did their Liam Neeson Fargo. And and I don't want to make you think like, well, if you're somebody that didn't like Fargo, like, well, I'm not going to like that then, because I'm not the biggest fan of Fargo. I'm just trying to give you an idea of what they were kind of going for. It's very dark comedy at time. It has dark humor throughout, on top of very crazy, gory action. It's just nuts, man. I don't know how to explain it. I'll tell you, the bad guy in this movie, the first scene he was on screen, I said to myself, I hate this guy. This dude is going to drive me nuts. And about the third or fourth scene that he was involved in, I was like, I love this guy. Give me more of this villain. The way he portrayed it, the way it turned out, it was great. And in the end, it was a really enjoyable movie. It really, really was. The action's there. It's funny. I was interested in all the characters. I was interested in how it was going to play out. And I was very, very thrilled with it. So, like I said, man, color me surprised. I was going into it thinking this is going to be a paint-by-the-numbers, throwaway action movie by Liam Neeson, and walked out going, wow, that was a lot better than I thought it would be. So, I say give Cold Pursuit a chance, man, because I think you might be pleasantly surprised. So, out of the 5-star scale, I would give Cold Pursuit 4 out of 5. Yeah, it was pretty damn good. All right, next movie up, The Lego Movie 2, the second part. So this, of course, is the sequel to the surprise Lego Movie. I remember when Lego Movie 1 came out, I was like, this is stupid. Why are we making a Lego movie? I don't really want nothing to do with it. It's going to be dumb as hell. And I walked out of that first movie giving it 5 stars. I loved the Lego Movie. 5 stars across the board. Super funny. It had so much humor that was aimed at adults. I loved it. So this past weekend, took my daughter, I have a 5-year-old daughter who's been dying to see this movie. Finally comes out. So me and her make it a daddy-daughter day at the theater and go check out Lego 2. And it's really, really good. It's super funny. They go somewhere different with it, so it's not a rehash of the first movie. They introduce new characters. There's a lot of new songs, including "This song's gonna get stuck inside you. This song's gonna get stuck inside your head." The catchy song, man. Oh, the catchy song. So yeah, there's a lot there. And yeah, I really enjoyed it a lot. I mean, all the characters. Chris Pratt's Emmett, of course, as the main character, and he also plays another side character named Rex, who's really, really cool. Elizabeth Banks doing some voices in there. Tiffany Haddish making her debut. Will Arnett returning as Batman. So much good stuff all the way around. I enjoyed the hell out of this film. It is not as good as the first. So, everybody always asks with sequels, is it as good as the first movie? It's not better, and it's not as good as the first. I felt like this one was definitely aimed more at kids, whereas the first movie I felt like was very, very much for adults and children alike. And I think that might have been because Lord and Miller are just producers on the second one, whereas they directed and wrote the first movie, and I think they bring that adult humor to a more toned down project. So I could be wrong, but that's kind of my feelings on it. But just because, there wasn't as many moments that were just kind of like those adult ones, like, ooh, I got that. And there are plenty. There are still several in this movie. I just think it plays more younger. But that doesn't take much away from it. It is still a blast of a movie. I'm still wowed at what they can do with Legos. And I super enjoyed it. My daughter gave it 5 stars. She really loved it. She's already asking to go see it again. I would give this one 4 stars. Like I said, the first movie is a 5. This one definitely had some room for improvement, but really solid overall. So I would give it 4 out of 5. So there's my 2 big movie reviews. Cold Pursuit, 4 out of 5 stars, and Lego Movie 2, the second part, 4 out of 5 stars as well. So a really good weekend at the movies, man. I had a blast. Before I get to the news, I did finish Punisher Season 2 over on Netflix, and I did want to just kind of shout that out. I had a blast with it. I really, really enjoyed it. I liked it actually a lot more than the first season. The first season was very long and drawn out and took me many, many months to get through it. This one still took me a little bit to get through just due to personal life. But I really enjoyed this one. This was one where I wanted to binge as much as I could. So I highly recommend it. It's just unfortunate that we're probably just a week or 2 away from seeing Netflix cancel it, because the end of this show really sets you up for where you want it to be at. And I just have a feeling I might not get the next chapter of this, unfortunately. So okay, guys, so with the reviews out the way, let's shift gears and let's get into the news of the week. Up first, Anya Taylor-Joy is set to star in Edgar Wright's new film, Last Night in Soho. In no shocker of news here, AMC has announced officially that they have renewed The Walking Dead for Season 10. Michael B. Jordan has signed a first-look TV deal over at Amazon. DC Universe's Stargirl series has just added Jake Austin Walker and Meg DeLacy to the cast. Elizabeth Moss and Susan Sarandon are set to star in a new film called Call Jane. Jamie Bell and Margaret Qualley are set to star in the adaptation of The Chain. The full quartet of the young stars from Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle, are all set to return for the sequel. So all the characters that were in the first movie that turned into The Rock and Kevin Hart and Karen Gillan and Jack Black are all returning in the movie. So they're currently getting ready to start filming if they haven't started filming yet. So Jumanji on the way. So we all know Zac Efron has his Ted Bundy movie coming out. We just talked a couple weeks ago, might even been last week, but about the new trailer dropped and it looked really, really good. Well, guess who swooped in and bought it? Netflix. That's right. Da-doom. Can't stop Netflix, man. I don't know, when are they going to come by Am I on the Air? I want this show to be a Netflix show. Even though we're an audio podcast, I would love for it to just be a Netflix thing. So I'm waiting for you, Netflix, to come acquire me. But Netflix has acquired the Ted Bundy film with Zac Efron. Extremely wicked, shockingly evil, and vile. Very, very cool. I'm excited, that Netflix wanted it that bad. No release date, though, given. So not sure when it's going to drop, but pretty exciting there. FX says to expect more American Horror Story and American Crime Story. No shocker there. They're very big hits for FX, so of course they're going to continue. Amber Ruffin's Village Gazette is going to get a pilot presentation over at NBC. Speaking of NBC, they have also renewed New Amsterdam for a season 2. FX has officially ordered Why the Last Man to series. It's about damn time. We've been talking about this show forever, so glad to see it moving forward. Sticking along with FX, FX has also announced that Legion, the X-Men type show, is going to be ending with Season 3. That's right, so Season 3 is coming soon, and that will wrap up the show. Supposedly, too, this has nothing to do with the Disney move or with any of that kind of stuff. That this was always intended to be a 3-season show, and this is all going according to plan. So we'll see if that really is the way it's going. But that's what they're saying. Netflix is also giving Gwyneth Paltrow's Goop its own documentary series. Netflix's Lock and Key show has added Lesla de Oliveira and Kevin Alves to the cast. FX has announced that the What We Do in the Shadows TV show will come out in March. We got some Birds of Prey set photos so you can get a closer look at the new Harley Quinn look. Brian Michael Bendis says that the X-Men movie 143 is still in the works. I think he's full of shit, to be honest. I love his passion, and I love that he's trying to say that this thing's still moving forward. But at this point, Disney is taking over within the next month, and this movie's nowhere near starting to filming. So, yeah, and Disney's not going to do this movie at all. So, I don't know what he's talking about. I will be shocked as hell if something continues to move along these lines. But as of right now, that's what he's saying. I'm saying don't listen to it. The director of the new Grudge movie teases a very different take on the franchise. So good, that's what we need, man. If you're going to redo a movie, I want a different take. Freeform has also ordered the official reboot of Party of Five. That is coming. NBC has decided to scrap their live musical of Hair. That's right, Hair was supposed to come out in May, and the ratings for Rent were not that good, and I think it kind of scared them, and they said, yeah, we're going to hold off on that one. Riverdale spinoff has just added Josie from Josie and the Pussycats over on Riverdale. Josie will join Katie Keene in the new spinoff going to New York City. Legion has cast Game of Thrones veteran Harry Lloyd. Guess what he's going to play? Professor X. That's right. Professor X is coming to the final season of Legion. That's pretty awesome right there. Katie Sagal and Leslie Odom Jr. are going to front ABC's latest comedy pilot that they're putting together. Lackluster Super Bowl. Remember last week's show we did right after the Super Bowl? It was very lackluster. It is the 11-year low in the ratings. It looks like Ryan Murphy was thinking about bringing Scream Queens back, but then Fox came out and said, we have no desire to bring back Scream Queens right now. So I'm going to leave that off to the side right now. Hulu is announcing that they are working on some new anime projects. Supposedly, this was really big news over the past week, and I was super excited. Bob Iger, who runs Disney, says that Disney will continue in the business of R-rated Deadpool movies. That is music to everyone's ears, because we were all afraid Daredevil was going to get purchased, and they were just going to make it PG-13 or not use them. But Bob Iger says, hey, business is good, and we are in the business. We are in the R-rated Deadpool business, and that they will continue it. So I hope that he's not just trying to blow his whistle and sing some praises of something that he's not going to do. I'm believing in you, Bob. So let's stick with this, okay? Billy Eichner, Nick Stoller, and Judd Apatow are teaming up for a new Universal rom-com. I'm a little sad about this next news, and that's that ABC's Modern Family has the good news is has been officially renewed for the 11th season. The bad news is it will be its final season. Modern Family, I still think, is consistently one of the funniest shows on television right now. I love the show. I would be happy with it running forever. But, I mean, all the kids are grown up. Everybody's pretty much moving out of the house. How much more can you do at that point when all the families are growing out of what made the show what it was in the beginning? So I get it. Modern Family was one of those shows that I was not in on for the first several seasons. I don't think I got into it till season 4 or 5, and then stumbled across it one day and laughed my ass off and said, how have I been missing this show? And from that point on, I've watched every episode since, and just absolutely love the show. It is so consistently funny every week, episode to episode. So I will miss it. But, yep, ABC Modern Family renewed for 11th and final season. ABC also announcing some other pickups, so I love reporting the good pickups. The Good Doctor, A Million Little Things, and Shark Tank have all been renewed for new seasons. Go Shark Tank. Doom doom, doom doom. Love it. Rebecca Hall is set to star in the Night House horror thriller from David S. Goyer. We have the first Shaft poster for the new movie coming out. We also have the Shaft trailer as well. Shaft, you a bad mother. Shut your mouth. What kills me about the Shaft trailer, I just have to say, in my own little tyrant, when they made Halloween last year, one of my biggest gripes was, why did you just name it Halloween? This is a sequel. This is a movie. It is not the original film. It's not a reboot. Like, why would you just name it Halloween? Now you have to differentiate Halloween 1977, or are you talking about Halloween 2018? I feel the same way with this new Shaft. This is a continuation of Samuel L. Jackson's Shaft from the early 2000s. And now he's got his son with him, and this movie's just called Shaft. I could have sworn when they started making this movie it was called Son of Shaft or Shaft Generations or just something, because it was going to have all the Shafts in it. Shaft, Samuel Jackson's Shaft character's father, him, and of course his son. But they just ended up naming the movie Shaft. So again, it's like, come on, man. Like, what is it with these titles? I need that separation. You need to let me know what's what other than what year it came out. So, just my little rant. The TV show Light as a Feather has been renewed for Season 2 over on Hulu. The Disney Plus streaming service is looking to adapt the Grimm Legacy novels. Ambitious new crime drama Interrogation has landed Kyle Gallner to star. Pieces of Her, the book, is getting a series adaptation over at Netflix. Doom doom. The Blackish spinoff Grownish is getting a third season over on Freeform. It's been renewed, so congratulations. Ashley Murray, I'm sorry, I wanted to circle back to that. I said Josie, who plays Josie from Josie and the Pussycats on Riverdale. The actress name is Ashley Murray. She's set to head on over to that spinoff, Katie Keene, that they're doing. Angie Thomas's On the Come Up is set to be adapted by Fox. Taika Waititi says that he would love to do another Marvel movie, but he will not do Guardians 3, so don't ask him. Atlanta Season 3 will not be ready anytime soon, so that's a bummer for a lot of people. I don't watch the show, so not for me, but I know a lot of people love the show. Michael B. Jordan's thriller Without Remorse has been given a 2020 release date. There might be talks about a Maggie-centric Walking Dead spinoff. ABC's new president says that she's interested in a reboot of Lost, so we'll see if that ever ends up going anywhere. Director of the new Grudge, we're going back to that again, compares the movie to David Fincher's Seven, so that's an interesting comparison there. CBS has renewed Mom for 2 more seasons. Pretty crazy, man. I thought this one was on the bubble of getting canceled, but they are bringing it back for 2 more seasons. Let's see here. We got an article up with Noah Hawley talking about why he's ending Legion and introducing Professor X to the television show. A Million Little Things Season 2 will be set in motion by a new mystery. MacGyver has officially cast Jack's replacement for upcoming episodes. Dancing with the Stars is not canceled. It will return in the fall. Let's see here. Like we said, Shark Tank coming back for Season 11. Good Trouble has been renewed for Season 2. It is official. When the Oscars air, they will air without a host. So that is something we knew was coming, but now it's official. The directors, Joe and Anthony Russo of the Avengers movie, Avengers Endgame, say that the current runtime of the film is 3 hours long. They've already done 4 test screenings, and yeah, it's 3 hours long, man. I'm super stoked by this. I say leave it at 3 hours. Give me just this biggest bang for my buck possible. I am so stoked for Endgame, and it could be 5 hours, it could be 6 hours. I don't care. Give me the movie the way it is. Please do not chop this thing down just for the sake of chopping it down. If you feel 3 hours where it needs to be, which I watched an interview with them, and they said the movie's working really well at 3 hours. So if it's working well, do not force yourself to cut stuff out of it. Give me that 3 hour cut. The Halloween sequel is moving forward. They've just hired a screenwriter to start working on that. Going back to the Jumanji sequel, Nick Jonas is set to return for the sequel. Paul Greengrass is reuniting with Tom Hanks for a new film called News of the World. Fox is not moving forward with a 24 spinoff or prequel. Nothing is moving forward over at the network right now. You Season 2 has just added Adwin Brown and Victoria Pedretti in recurring roles. The Simpsons has been renewed through season 32. That's right, The Simpsons will not die. Workaholics Blake Anderson is getting woke over on Hulu. Netflix has also acquired the rights to the sci-fi thriller I Am Mother. In some shocking news, Paramount Pictures has pulled the plug on the World War Z sequel. Crazy. They got David Fincher to direct, Brad Pitt was ready to return, but they're saying the budget is just ballooning out of craziness, and there's just no momentum to get going on this thing, so Paramount said, let's just scrap this thing, forget it, dead in the water. So it looks like at this point, that is it. No more World War Z 2. Doom Patrol, I'm so excited for this. We got some new posters, a new teaser trailer. Doom Patrol hits the DC Universe app on Friday, and I'm super, super stoked. I cannot wait to watch it. Netflix is also set to develop a Spanish superhero comedy series called El Vecino. Gary Oldman, Evangeline Lilly, and Armie Hammer are set to star in a new film called Dreamland. Spike Lee is set to executive produce a new civil rights drama called Son of the South. Edie Falco has joined the Avatar sequels. She'll be playing a character named General Ardmore. Avengers Infinity War wins very big at the 2019 Visual Effects Society Awards. They swept every category they were nominated for. Let's see here. Bradley Cooper says that he was embarrassed about his Oscar snub. Yeah, it is unfortunate, man. How do you get nominated for actor, actress, movie, but not director? That is kind of a throw in the face. Last Man Standing will lose its Friday home to the WWE if it's renewed by Fox. Remember, Friday nights is going to go to WWE SmackDown around October time. So if Last Man Standing gets renewed, it will not be sticking around on its Friday night. Which I think for most people, no one cares. You DVR everything or watch on Hulu or something at this point. Lethal Weapon, the Fox boss over that covers Lethal Weapon addresses the Damon Wayans exit. Says that they hope that they can still work something out and get him back for another season. American Horror Story Season 9, Gus Kenworthy is set to play Emma Roberts' boyfriend in the upcoming season. Aquaman is set to land on digital March 5th, and then it will hit DVD and Blu-ray on March 26th. So look at that. Look at that time difference right there. March 5th on digital, which is when I'll have it, and then March 26th on disc when Fred will buy it. So friggins, you're going to want to wait a full month almost to get that movie. Just buy digital, everybody. What are you waiting for? Make the conversion. Why would you wait almost 4 weeks later to buy a movie on disc when you can own it day one digitally weeks in advance? I just don't get it. I've already pre-ordered mine. March 5th can't come soon enough. Can't wait to watch Aquaman again. Alright, so moving on from that. Jennifer Goodwin is crossing over into the Twilight Zone. She's going to do a special episode of that. Netflix has acquired the Sundance Audience Award winner Knock Down the House. Universal and Lorne Michaels are developing the Operator adaptation. We got a first look picture at your new Charlie's Angels. We have the first teaser trailer for Child's Play. That's right. I really dug this teaser trailer. It's a reboot. They're going a different direction with it. The doll doesn't look to be possessed. It looks like it's going to be technology this time. It's connected to Wi-Fi or something. It gets a virus. Who knows what's up? But it's different. But like I said, I appreciate a fresh approach. If you're going to redo something, don't just remake the same old. Do something a little different to it and make it your own, make it unique. So I like the Child's Play trailer. We also have the trailer for Justice League versus the Fatal Five, so check that out. Carl Lumbly has been cast as Beth's father for an upcoming episode of This Is Us. Lily Collins is joining the new high-stakes thriller Inheritance. We have the first trailer for LA's Finest, which is the Bad Boys spinoff we've been talking about forever. Amazon's The Expanse has added Bern Gorman for Season 4. Mila Jovovich's Monster Hunter movie has been set for a 2020 release date. Sony has gotten the rights to Shrink, which is based on a story by Deadpool creator Rob Liefeld. So Sony's going to be doing a little something with that. Amy Sherman Palladino is eyeing an adaptation of Gypsy. Michael B. Jordan is developing Black Leopard Red Wolf. Netflix is announced that they're going to be doing Jupiter's Legacy. So that should be a really good one. I hope they do that live action. I think they are, but I've been burned by these announcements before by Mark Millar and his stuff being animated. But Umbrella Academy gives me a little bit of hope. We're going to get an Aquaman spinoff. That's right. They are doing a spinoff of The Trench. The Trench was a really cool part of the Aquaman movie. That was the horror element. It's scary as shit with these piranha-type humanoid creatures. I don't know what this movie's going to turn into. James Wan's going to be a producer on it because he loves horror. But yeah, they're going to do a Trench movie, which is just insane. I still can't get Man of Steel 2, but we can get a Trench movie. So, I don't know, man. DC... not that I'm against it. I'm just like scratching my head sometimes with the decisions. Man. Denai Guerrera has announced that she's leaving The Walking Dead. So everybody's leaving this show, man. Why do they keep renewing it then? Can't hold on to nobody. Rebecca Ferguson has announced that she's going to be returning for Mission Impossible 7. The adaptation of Wicked is moving to theaters on December 2021. Amazon has rounded out the cast for Jordan Peele's The Hunt, so you can click on that article on our social media if you want to check out the full cast for that. EC Comics and Hive Mind are teaming up for a new film and TV partnership, adapting some of their stuff. Rachel Scarston has been cast as the lead antagonist in the CW's Batwoman show. She's playing some kind of female Joker kind of character. Aaron Taylor Johnson is joining the Kingsman Prequel, so pretty awesome there. He's coming full circle, which I love, so that's awesome there. Julian McMahon has been cast in Dick Wolf's FBI spinoff, FBI Most Wanted, so great casting there. Chris Pratt says that Jurassic World 3 will deliver on the promise of Fallen Kingdom's ending. So, is that just dinosaurs everywhere? I don't know. What's the promise? NBC's Rashomon-inspired pilot has hired Malin Ackerman to star. Peter Dinklage, Matt Reeves are teaming for Last Sons of America adaptation, which will, guess what, will be on Netflix. I wish I had a quarter for every time I mention Netflix on this show. I would be so rich after doing the show for a couple weeks. Chris Pratt has seemed to have confirmed that Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 is indeed going to use James Gunn's script. So that's awesome. They should. So glad to hear somebody confirm it. Planet Earth 3 is coming in 2022, and Frozen Planet 2 is coming in 2021. Former One Tree Hill star Chad Michael Murray is headed to Riverdale. That's right, he is going to be an upcoming character on Riverdale. FBI spinoff Most Wanted has also added Game of Thrones actress Keisha Castle Hughes to the cast. Going back to Chad Michael Murray on Riverdale, he's set to play a cult leader named Edgar Evernever. Okay. The Big Bang Theory is going to finish its run with a 2-part series finale, so that's pretty cool there. Allison Tolman is set to star in a new NBC drama pilot called Emergence. Bones actress Emily Deschanel has been tapped for a big Animal Kingdom Season 4 arc. Anna Camp is set to headline NBC's new untitled church choir comedy. Which is from executive producer Whitford Bradley. That should be pretty funny. Why not, right? We have the new second trailer for Pet Sematary, which I don't know. This is one of those trailers that I think did give away too much. A good trailer, but I think gave away too much. We also have Everything Wrong with What Women Want, Everything Wrong with Venom, and the honest trailer for Happy Death Day. The new Terminator working title has been released. That's right. Remember, there's a new Terminator movie coming out. A lot of people forgot. I didn't, because when we did our most anticipated movies, I actually had it on my list. The current working title, now we say working title because this is not confirmed to be the final title. It could change. But as of right now, the movie is called Terminator Dark Fate. So that's what we got right now. Terminator Dark Fate. A bidding war has erupted over Phil Lord and Chris Miller's new film, The Last Human. So a lot of studios bidding over that one. MacGruber TV series is in development, and supposedly the whole original cast from the movie is coming back. So, wow, that's pretty awesome. They've been trying to make a MacGruber 2 for a while, and then it looks like the movie stalled out, but they're looking to do an 8 to 10 episode series that will be on some kind of streaming service. So, hey man, I like MacGruber. It was one of those movies that I didn't care for too much the first time I watched it, and then kind of grew into love it. It was just one of those silly sketches that was on SNL, and then they tried to turn it into a full movie. But it's actually pretty funny, so go back and check it if you haven't seen it in a while. The Deadwood movie is set to premiere this spring on HBO. HBO's Leaving Neverland documentary has secured a release date. It'll be coming out later this year. Big Little Lies Season 2 is returning in June, and most likely will be its final season. They don't think they're going to be renewing it after this. The Happy Death Day to You director has a really bonkers idea for the threequel. So it looks like he might be wanting to do another one if this movie makes some money, which I'm sure it will. Top Gear Season 26. Matt LeBlanc's final episodes are finally coming over on BBC America. A Discovery of Witches is set to air on BBC America and AMC in April following Killing Eve. Brockmire is getting a Season 3 over on IFC. The Sun is getting canceled, and it will conclude with Season 2 over on AMC. And it has a April premiere date, but after that season wraps, it is donezo. Also donezo over on AMC is Into the Badlands. That's right, the final 8 episodes of the show will premiere in March. Luther Season 5 is premiering in June over on BBC America, so check that out. I know a lot of you are super excited about that one coming. Luther. I need to watch Luther myself. I've heard nothing but great things. So last night, Disney released it wasn't really a trailer, but they called it a first look at Aladdin. And so that's out now, and we do have it posted on our Twitter and our Facebook. Check it out and be the judge for yourself. A lot of people are bitching about how Will Smith looks. It was our first look at him as the CGI blue genie. I think he looks like what you would expect a blue genie to look like. I don't know why people have this idea in their head that what Robin Williams' genie looked like in the cartoon is exactly how it's going to look on a movie played by an actual human. So, we see 2 seconds of Will Smith as the genie in the trailer, and everybody's lost their mind on social media. wait and see the movie before you judge is all I can really say. And I think people are overreacting. I think people went into it hating it. People hated it from the minute that they saw that magazine cover when he wasn't blue, and everybody lost their minds. And then they had to say, wait, he will be blue, don't worry. And now he's blue, and everybody's still hating. So looks like a no-win there, but I don't think it's as bad as everybody's making it out to be. But you could check it out, be the judge for yourself. Last night was also the Grammys, so we have the full 2019 Grammy winners list on our social media. The Aquaman screenwriter has just signed a deal to return for the sequel, so pretty awesome there. He's coming back. Kill Them All. Paramount has acquired rights to the new graphic novel adaptation. Zombieland Double Tap has just added Thomas Middleditch to the cast. I love Thomas Middleditch. If you don't watch Silicon Valley, you are missing out. So great addition to Zombieland 2. Starz has officially canceled Counterpart on their network, so no more Counterpart. Coming to America sequel. It's happening, people. I'm telling you. The sequel has secured a release date in 2020. So we're finally going to be getting that Coming to America. I'm super, super excited for Coming to America too. Peter Moffat and Michael B. Jordan, they have a new TV series called 61st Street, and it's moving forward in its production. It's been given a green light, so that's pretty cool there. Marvel and Hulu are partnering for 4 animated series. This was interesting news today. This news just dropped earlier today. Yes, they're doing 4 different animated shows. One on MODOK, one on Hitmonkey, a show with Tigra and Dazzler, and a Howard the Duck show. And then in true Avengers Defenders fashion, they're going to have a superhero team-up movie called The Offenders. Oh, God. So, yeah, it's all coming to Hulu. I don't know why. There's some weird-ass characters to go with, but that's what's coming. Genius, the Nat Geo series, is going to focus on Aretha Franklin for its 3rd installment. We have the first teaser trailer for Hulu's new show, Catch 22. AMC has announced new and returning series for 2019. We have your first look at Jack Bannon as young Alfred Pennyworth in the new series. Greg Nicotero's Creepshow anthology has officially started production. The Academy has confirmed that it will move 4 categories to commercial breaks to help speed up the runtime on the show. Thank God. Megan Fox is set to star in Nick Cassavetes' new heist thriller called Stones. The Red Sonja movie has officially halted development as the Bryan Singer debacle continues. I think it was a couple weeks ago I had reported on the news that the Red Sonja movie was moving forward with no problems. Bryan Singer still directing. I said, yeah, it's not going to get far. And here we are. Let's see here. Nightmare Before Christmas, a live-action remake. What do you think about that? It might be coming. Comedy Central is officially bringing back Crank Yankers. This makes me really excited. I don't know if you've ever seen this show before, but Crank Yankers was a prank show, and they used puppets to kind of act out the prank. I loved Crank Yankers. I want to go to Hawaii. Yay, Hawaii. I want to go to Hawaii. So yeah, I love Crank Yankers. Super, super excited it's coming back. We got an article up with a TV pilot's guide. It talks about every new show in the works. So check that out if you're interested in digging in. Josh Duhamel has been cast in the lead for Netflix's superhero TV series Jupiter's Legacy. So great casting there. Josh Duhamel is going to be an awesome main lead for that new show. Brooklyn Nine-Nine is going to be bringing on Lin-Manuel Miranda to play Amy's brother in an upcoming episode. That is perfect. Perfect casting. Lin-Manuel Miranda is one of those actors that when Brooklyn Nine-Nine got canceled, he was one of the biggest guys tweeting saying, "What? That's crazy. Bring the show back. The show is so awesome." And it's really cool to see that a super fan gets to live out and get his own role in the show, man. Why not? And once again, if you're not watching Brooklyn Nine-Nine, what are you doing with your life? You need to watch that show. It's hilarious. Leonardo DiCaprio and Martin Scorsese are producing a new show called The Devil in the White City, and it'll be debuting over on Hulu. Hulu is cleaning up right now. Echo K is leaving Arrow. That's right, after 3.5 seasons as Curtis / Mr. Terrific, he is officially leaving Arrow, so that's unfortunate. He was a really cool character. The Other Two has been renewed for season 2 over on Comedy Central. Speaking of Comedy Central as well, they're going to be doing a new show with David Spade. David Spade is set to riff on pop culture in a new series that will follow The Daily Show. I'm down with that. I love anything spoofing pop culture, and I think David Spade is perfect for something like this. Jane Levy is set to lead a new NBC musical dramedy pilot called Zoe's Extraordinary Playlist from executive producer Paul Feig. So that's pretty cool there. America's Got Talent. Now, I watch this show religiously. We're doing a judge shakeup. It is official. Heidi Klum and Mel B are leaving the show. They are not going to be judges anymore. And they're bringing in Julian Huff and Gabrielle Union to be the new judges. And Terry Crews, who is the host right now during the new Champion season, he is officially going to be the new host moving forward. So there you go, man. So lots of shakeups over on AGT. CBS's FBI spinoff has also added Alana de la Garza to the cast, so they're moving forward quickly with this FBI show. Lucy Liu is set to star in Desperate Housewives creator Mark Cherry's new CBS all-access dramedy Why Women Kill. A Blackish prequel spinoff centered on a younger version of Tracy Ellis Ross's Bo character is being looked at over on ABC. So crazy that Blackish, which is a great show, could have 2 spinoffs going while the main show is still going. Because they spun off The Daughter a couple years ago, and we just actually talked earlier in this show about her show getting picked up for season 3. So we got Grownish, we got Blackish, and now we might have Youngish with the young version of Bo. I don't know how I feel about that. I think I'd rather watch a young version of Dre, but then that would require Lawrence Fishburne and the mom and all that kind of stuff. So I get it, but I guess we'll see. Nothing confirmed. This is just something they're looking at right now. Let's see here. Sarah Shahi and Bellamy Young are looking to join Netflix's Dolly Parton anthology. The Hulu boss promises a contemporary tone for the Veronica Mars revival. So it might have a more R-rated tone. He says she's not a little girl anymore, so they're going with a more adult take on that. Even though Counterpart has officially canceled over at Starz, the executive producer says that season 3 is actually being shopped around to other networks to see if somebody wants to pick it up. Abigail Spencer's femme fatale drama Reprisal has just been given a series order over at Hulu. Lots of Hulu news this week, so they're starting to catch up to Netflix. So good for Hulu, man. I like to see them picking up some speed. So we talked a little bit before about Jupiter's Legacy, Josh Duhamel. Well, we also got Matt Lanter, Leslie Bibb, Ben Daniels, and a whole bunch more. We have a full casting article up. All of them have joined the Netflix superhero drama Jupiter Legacy. History has officially renewed Project Blue Book, and Nightfall Season 2 is coming. Alright, so let's see here. Alright, we got 2 new trailers that dropped today as well. We have the second trailer for Teen Spirit, and the first full official trailer for The Curse of La Llorona, which is supposed to be one of the scariest movies that will come out this year. Also executive produced by James Wan, of course. That new trailer is up as well, too. So check out our Facebook, our Twitter, and check out those trailers they just dropped. All right, that is our news, ladies and gentlemen, of the week. Let's switch gears into what's coming out this week and talk box office, and we'll wrap this baby up. Out on Blu-ray and DVD tomorrow is going to be Bohemian Rhapsody, Nobody's Fool, and The Front Runner. In theaters this Friday, it's going to be a pretty big Friday. We got Alita Battle Angel, Happy Death Day to You, Isn't It Romantic, and Fighting with My Family. So big weekend there. I've already got my IMAX tickets for Alita, so I'll be seeing that on Friday. And maybe we can sneak away to some Happy Death Day. We'll see what ends up happening with that. And I will definitely be seeing Fighting with My Family next weekend. Here's your box office top 10. Coming in number 10, it's Miss Bala with 2.7 mil. Number 9 is Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse with 3 million. Number 8 is Aquaman with 3.3 mil. Number 7 is Green Book with 3.6. Number 6 is a debut. It's a new one. It's called The Prodigy. That made 6 million. Number 5 is Glass with 6.4 mil. Number 4 is The Upside with 7.2. Number 3 is a movie we reviewed earlier tonight, Cold Pursuit. Liam Neeson's new movie makes 10.8 mil. Another new release comes in at number 2. It is What Men Want, bringing in 19 million. A very nice debut there for Taraji P. Henson's new movie. And number 1, it's another movie we reviewed. It is the Lego Movie 2, the second part, bringing in $35 million. Now, congratulations first and foremost to it being number 1 at the box office. The unfortunate part is that the movie only made half the money that the original film did. The original Lego Movie made $70 million in its opening weekend. This movie made 35, so exactly half of what the first movie made. So, pretty interesting to see such a big drop-off. I know the studio estimates were that it would hit 50 mil at least. It didn't even come close to that. So, I don't know why. The reviews are all great. Everybody's loving it. Not sure why people didn't turn out at the box office here. Maybe as the weekends go on, it'll play some catch-up. But pretty interesting. But number 1 nonetheless. It is an expensive movie to make, so we'll see how it does overall when it all comes down to it. Well, my friends, that will do it here for the latest edition of Am I on the Air. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hey, let's do some shout-outs. You can, our official webpage, our official website is amiontheair.com, so go ahead and bookmark that. On social media, we are on Facebook. It's facebook.com/amiontheair, so go ahead and give us a like on there. We are on Twitter, so give us a follow at Am I on the Air. I'm on Twitter, too, at DXDonMega, so make sure you follow me as well. Follow me on Stardust. Stardust is a really cool app where I do movie, TV, trailer reviews. They're 30-second video clips. And, you know, I keep giving my boy Friggins a lot of grief because he's on the app too, and he just hesitates to do reviews for whatever reason. So, Friggins, do a damn review. It's only 30 seconds, man. You can knock it out real quick. But follow me, I'll follow you back. I'm on Stardust. It's simply Don Mega, DonMega. We are available on iTunes, so download, rate, subscribe, get us on iTunes. If iTunes ain't your thing, don't you worry, we got you covered. I'm on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Google Play Podcast, Stitcher, Spreaker, TuneIn. We are all over the interwebs, so don't you worry. It's very easy to find the podcast. We are on YouTube, youtube.com/amiontheair, so subscribe to us there. And we're on Instagram, so go ahead and give us a follow there. Once again, simply at Am I on the Air. So the moral of the story is search Am I on the Air, and you'll find pretty much anything you need, right? And of course, we got to shout out our great affiliates over at RedDragonsRadio.com, RedDragonsRadio.com. Follow on Twitter at RedDragonsRadio. It's a great website that hosts us on demand, our podcast on demand, and a bunch of other great podcasts. So share the love. All right, my friends. Well, with that all being said and out the way, have a great week. Take care of yourselves and each other. And until next time, y'all. Peace!
Bye, everybody. Red Dragons. Red Dragons.